Hello Brappers, this is Queen Jazz from Its Braap, and today I'm interviewing Frank Pitter. Hello Frank.
Hello there, hi.
Hi, good to meet you.
Very nice
Just to let the Brappers know, we've only actually met today and I've only seen you perform once, so we're doing a very intuitive style interview.
That's really nice. I like that.
Great. So to start with, I know that you have a skinhead regime. Would you like to say how this came about?
Yes, it was way back, so far back, yeah. Yes, there was an idea from the Sam and Dave thing that you don't have to love me. And the idea is, I want all you skinheads to get up on your feet and put your braces together and boots in your feet. And give me an old moon stomping. It's coming from that sort of a pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rhythm part of it was like... Derek Morgan had the thing out, which the kind of rhythm and the beat, so everything just fall into place. And we went straight into the studio next day, and within half an hour that song was done and dusted.
That was so often the case, wasn't it, in the old days?
Yeah, you know, a crowd just come, you just jump on it, and it just took, within a week it was in the charts, you know. And that was something nice for us because it's so quick, just out the blue, and yeah, we loved it.
And that's what life's about, isn't it, really? The unexpected.
Unexpected.
I mean, you've given us one example of something unexpected in your career. Is there anything else that really stands out for you?
Yeah, what's standing out in my career, like, well, when I made my first breakaway train tour to Rainbow City, I was a schoolboy.
Gosh.
I was about 15 or so. Yeah, and I wanted to do music in my early, I was engineering studier, so I want to show my father that, you know, I'm going to do something here, you know, and it's going to be successful. So I decided to start the band.
Right.
You know, and with another friend of mine, Neville guitar player, which was also in my school days, copying from me, that's how we became friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and we two then, the bass player, Mike, and we moved on from there, and we had our first hit was Train to the Rainbow City.
So, the big question, how big were you back in the day?
Oh boy, well, huge, you know, because when they book into a club, you know, where you can see the queue, a good half a mile of the queue, people queuing to come in to see you, you know, you have got, you know, that's a power. You know.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh,
so
it was
lovely. What kind of size audiences then did you have?
1,000. 1,005, 2,000. Places like Lacana up the road there used to take about 1,500, 1,500 people. And when you can pack that out, and plus bigger venues, you know, like, what was it, Wembley, we had about 25,000, 30,000 people there, you know, and other clubs, say, between 800,000 and 1,500, and under 1,000, like, you know, size of the venues, it all depends. But sometimes people don't get the chance to come in. Because if you're not early, you ain't gonna come in. You know, that's what the firepower was back in the day. It's not like now. You book into a club and if you see 200 people in there, you see a lot. You know.
That's a huge difference, isn't it, between then and now? Big
difference. And it's like, I mean, you were like a god then. I wouldn't say God, but like a God, because it's how the fans see you. You got to take backstage. You got to walk through the back door. You know, you can't just walk in the front door with them. They'll grab all of you, and you know, it can be dangerous. So you know, you enter from the back door.
But the industry
stars. You know, if you get star for you.
Because the industry's so different now. Everybody's out to be a star, aren't they? So.
Different now, you know. It's you know, for me, being as I've been around so long, I see the breakdown, and nowadays artists just come. They wouldn't know the glory, what it was like.
Something you can't get back.
Can't get back. I love it to come back, but I don't think so.
So, which countries have you played in?
Okay, we did the whole of the continent, and we did Singapore, we did Australia, and we did, I'm telling you, the farthest bit. We have never really been to America, that continent, but the whole of Europe and a little bit of Asia, and so on, and a little part of Africa, and so on. Yeah, but it's lovely.
So were you in the UK or were you born in Jamaica?
Born in Jamaica, but I came to the UK when I was about 12, 13. So
you had a little bit of the English education system then?
Yes. I went to school, my school, Ballon Central.
Okay.
So I'm a Ballon boy.
And that's how you class yourself these days?
Yeah.
Ballon boy gone good.
Gone good, yeah. Because, I mean, the earlier part of my school in Jamaica, it was nice, but to remember that side of it, it's kind of hard. I remember more the British side of schooling, and that's just a part of it.
Any thoughts on the education system at the moment and, children coming through these days?
Yes, well, nowadays, I don't know where the business is going to right now, because it's changed so much, like in the reggae ska thing, it's that dancehall thing coming, and really, I think it's killing it, the dancehall stuff. And even now, like live shows, mainly the older artists getting this stage thing.
Yes, I've noticed that.
To do
the
live
events.
shows. Because the younger generation, I think there's a gap, which they didn't contribute much to it.
So, have you got any young artists these days that you have noticed that you'd be supporting?
Yes, I seen like Zena Banks. Yeah.
Yes, I love Zena.
Yeah. She's full of energy, and I think she could go places.
Zena has got an absolutely magic vibe on her, hasn't she?
Yes. She's got a good appetite for the business, and she's somebody to be watched.
Yes, totally agree. And I saw just now that you've got a saxophone. When did you sort of start playing instruments?
Well, I started as a drummer, and when you're young, I only see drums because there was a lot of drummers I used to watch back in the late 60s, like Keith Moon for me, and Ginger Baker and Billy Cobham, all these drummers, super drummers. I used to watch them, so I only want to play drums. But as you grow into the business, you become ripe. Instruments start to fascinate you.
Right.
And I just decided to go ripe on all the instruments, like the saxophone, the keyboard, and the bass and the guitar. I just run them all.
I think that's one of the big differences these days. There's a lot of people don't go through instruments to play music. They go straight to their synthesizers.
Yes.
So on, don't they?
That's where the breakdown is, because in my views, I just see them as mouse musicians. They just pick up a mouse because they understand what's happening on the net, and they make one click, and they think that's it. And I just can't accept that.
So what's the meaning of the word inspiration to you? Because inspiration and music go hand in hand.
Inspiration means some inspired people, like when I hear a piece of music and record it, that's a very good lick, It could be an 8 note, what's trigger, or it could be a half a note. And, you just get the vibes from that, Nowadays, as I say, the mouse people, they don't seem to see it like that.
And where do you see your own career going? Because you've recorded an album, haven't you, recently?
Yes, I've just put out an album with many tracks outside the album. And if you notice, I've made a video for each song. So I got the album out there, plus tracks on their own with a video.
And what kind of material are you covering?
Well, basically, is being as a ska man. So, nowadays, it's tone it down a bit, ska. And let's say reggae, skinhead reggae, because we're titled Skinhead Reggae. So I still hold on to that.
It's nice though, isn't it, having a category of your own that you've created?
Yes, I mean, as we were labelled skinhead band, skinhead reggae band, and, we love it, we accept it.
Okay, and are there any artists that you've been recording with on your album?
Oh, on this particular album, it's just me alone.
So we've got you raw, so to speak.
Raw, everything. I play all the instruments and I sing all the songs. I make all the harmonies. You know, so I just do everything on it. And I don't know, maybe selfish, but I want to show the people what I can do.
That's a good time to do it, though, isn't it?
And being as I've got my own studio, my own time, I work in my own time. And so I've got time to do what I want to do and how I want to do it.
And you're currently supporting the Heritage of Ska Festival, aren't you?
Yes, I'm doing a lot with Michael on this because he picked up on a good legacy, which I think personally that could go very far.
What's your sort of vision for the festival?
You know, what he picked up on the ska thing, you know, it, as I said, it can go so far because like the white audience all over Europe and so they're just really into this ska thing, you know. And I think that's a good way forward.
Yes, because I realised when I watched the story of Lovers Rock by Menelik Shabazz what an influence ska had on the white population compared to, not ska, Lovers Rock had on the white population. And that's the same for ska, isn't it? Some of the top bands are actually white bands as well.
Yes, yes.
So,
because, you know, they see the vision and they really embrace it. You know, they took it, you know, and sending it to places, good places, which I'm happy I'm a part of that. Like I've got other artists where they're just straight reggae artists. They would never venture the ska thing, but my heritage is a part of the ska.
And it's also a very high energy music.
High energy music. You know, you jump up to dance to it. You know, you don't have to be a dancer. You just jump up. But with the reggae thing, you have to have the drop, have the beats to dance to. And it's not everybody's dances.
Can you speak a bit about your company?
My company now, SYMARIP Music, registered, and I'm under pressure from Inland Revenue right now, because they want everything to be chop, chop, zack, zack. You got to send in your return on time and just penalized. The reason why they're on you so much is because this type of business, from one day after the other, you can make a few millions. So they want to make sure they have got you on the wraps. My other side of the business, which I do shipping and travel, and I do properties, I don't have to send in my return so sack. Even before the day, you have to send in that return. They just want to keep you on the wraps. That's it.
And how did you come by the name?
Okay, the name, we started early in our career with the Bees. And we had a big break from Bees back in Prince Buster. And at the same time, we had a couple of minor hit records with the Bees. A song called Shotgun and another one, this is minor, Jesse James Rides Again, minor hits. Then we got a big break to back with Prince Buster. Massive tour, about 3 months tour, all over Britain. And shortly after the tour, we went straight into the studio with President Records to do recordings. And out of that came Train Tour to Rainbow City. Which
That's
the name,
a great name.
Yeah, the name was given to Train Tour to Rainbow City, the Pyramids, because we used to record so many songs under different names. And Train Tour to Rainbow City was the name that was given to Pyramids. Then after the recording, we went to France. Tour in France, and then we got a telephone call. Said, yeah, come back to England, because the tune has jumped into the charts. So we forgot the Bees now, and we have Pyramids now.
Natural evolution from Bees to Pyramids.
Yeah, so we have Pyramids now. And we did Pyramid Circuit, starts traveling the world on that. And then after a while, we and the company, we have a little difference. And the company said, you want to leave? If you do an album for us, then we will let you go. So at the same time, we're already done with Trojan, Skinhead Moonstomp, because they heard the song bubbling, you know, and how the name SYMARIP came up, because we were all around the keyboard. And I think it was the keyboard player said, you know what, let's turn Pyramids back ways. And it was, blowy, it just clicks. So we just turned it back ways, bam, and that was on Skinhead Moonstomp.
Well, it reeks of versatility.
That was everything was so quick, and within a week that was in the national charts. You know, and you know, so literally we were working with two names, because people just know it's the same band. We are Pyramids and we are also SYMARIP. We are the same band. We didn't have to tell them; they just know. You know, so we went away on the continent with Pyramids. And we worked the circuit, and then we just turned back to SYMARIP. So now, because of my coming back, and we have so many names, so I just used two of the successful names and call myself now SYMARIP Pyramid.
Best way, stay on the edge of success.
That's it.
So to finish with, what do you think is the most important piece of advice that you would give to youngsters that are interested in the music business and really believe it's their passion?
Well, I would say on that front, you got to feel music and you got to love it. You know, if you're not feeling it and if you're not loving it, there's not much I can say, you know. But if you feel it and you want to go that direction, just put in the energy.
Well, thank you very much, Frank. It's great to have the benefit of your experience.
Thank you.
And I wish you much success with your album.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.